Hi everyone, welcome back to a new post today. So we had just finished with September 7th important points that you need to keep track for the UPSC examination. Let's have a quick review of what we exactly tracked on September 7th. So the very first was a new drug regime for the multi-drug resistant tuberculosis patients, which is called as BPAM, where you have a new medicine called as pritomanid and along with bedaquiline, linezolid and also moxifloxacin. We also have the National Revised Tuberculosis Elimination Program that is a successor of the revised TB control program. So from control we went on to elimination by 2025. That was changed in 2020. We have the Nikshay Mitra initiative, which is a nutritional vocational support to the TB treatment by individuals, NGOs and under the corporate social responsibility as well. We also have the National Strategic Plan for TB Elimination to achieve TB elimination by 2025. National Tiger Conservation Authority was set up in 2006 under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. It provides an annual report and also it manages the Project Tiger along with granting recognition to the tiger reserves as well. And the next most important is about the case that deals with the appointment of the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. It's called the Supreme Court Advocates and Records case versus Union of India 1993, also called as the three judges cases. And the 101st Amendment Bill 2014 went on to set up the National Judicial Appointments Commission, which went on to become the 99th Constitutional Amendment. However, it was scrapped in 2015. And the last one that we seen was about the National Medical Council Commission, the National Medical Commission, where Gangadhar was appointed as the president. It is a successor to the Medical Council of India, and it was dissolved. The old Medical Council of India was dissolved in 2020. And the last one is GCC, that was formed in 1981 by a charter. The Supreme Council is the highest decision-making body of GCC, and the members are Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE, all the members of the Persian Gulf. So these are some of the important issues. Today, let's track September 8th. So the very first is about the Sri Lankan presidential elections. So we have a semi-presidential republic system in Sri Lanka, and it administers the island. So it has two capitals. One is the commercial capital, Colombo, and one is the administrative capital, which is called as Jayawardenepura, Kotte. And the president is directly elected for a 5-year term. He is the head of the state along with the head of the government, chief executive, and also the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The election occurs in the form of contingent vote, responsible to the parliament for exercise of its duties. Under the constitution and the laws, he may be removed by office by 2/3 of votes of the parliament with concurrence of the Supreme Court. The president appoints head and the cabinet ministers who are responsible to the parliament. The president's deputy is the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, who leads the ruling party in the parliament. The president can dissolve the cabinet and also appoint a new one at any time. The parliament has 225 members, with each with a tenure of 6 years, 196 in multi-seat constituencies and 29 by proportional representation. The president can summon, suspend, end the legislative session, dissolve the parliament at any time after it is served for 1 year. The parliament reserves the powers to make all the laws. The Sri Lanka elects the national level government head of the state, that is the president, and the legislature. The president is elected for 5 years, as I told you. And recently, it is Kumara Dissanayake who is the new president of Sri Lanka. And the next issue is about the Standing Committee on Census. Now, this was a news because it was silently dissolved by the Parliament. So, the committee formed to oversee all the statistical surveys of the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation has been dissolved by government amid raising concerns of delay in the census. In July 2023, the government constituted a 14-member Standing Committee on Statistics and yes, so after renaming and expanding the scope of the coverage of the Standing Committee on Economic Statistics formed in 2019. The Standing Committee on Statistics chairman and the former chief statistician is Pranab Sen, and there was no reason for dissolution of this committee. The next is about recently the government is now in discussion with the opposition party to form the parliamentary committees. So what exactly is the definition of parliamentary committee? According to the Government of India, any committee that is appointed or elected by the House or nominated by the Speaker and which works under the direction of the Speaker and presents its report to the House or to the Speaker and to the Secretariat. By their nature, the parliamentary committees are of two types, standing committees and the ad hoc committees. The standing committees are permanent and they are appointed regularly, constituted from time to time, like every year, and according to the Act of the Parliament or the Rules of Procedure and the Conduct of Business Rules in the Lok Sabha. The work of these committees is of continuous nature, while some of the examples are the financial committees like the Committee on Public Undertakings, Committee on the Public Accounts Committee, the Committee on the Estimates Committee, the departmental related standing committees that look into the demands for grants and other bills, etc. Ad hoc committees are appointed only for a specific purpose, and they cease to exist when the task is over and they finally submit a report. The principal ad hoc committees are select committees and joint committees. So ad hoc committees are of two types: select committees and joint committees. They have the other ones are Railway Convention Committee, Joint Committee on Food and Management in the Parliament House Complex, etc. are some of the categories of ad hoc committees as well. Broadly, the parliamentary committees can be categorized into four types: financial committees, departmental related committees, parliamentary committees, and ad hoc committees. So recently, the next most important issue is about another series of exercises that are being participated by the Indian Army. Yudh Abhyas is a bilateral exercise between India and USA to be conducted in Mahajan Field in Rajasthan, and Tarang Shakti already going ahead in two phases, one in Tamil Nadu and Sulur in Tamil Nadu and one in Jodhpur in Rajasthan. The Malabar Naval Exercise, it's a naval exercise between the Quad members going to be conducted in Vishakhapatnam. Army exercise between India and Russia is called as Indra. The 10th edition of the bilateral exercise between India and Sri Lanka, called as Mitra Shakti, going to be conducted in Sri Lanka. And the next most important issue is about centers working to rank the women hostels. Now a portal will we already have a portal that will have the list of the creches and also the working women hostel. The ranking and the parameters are identified by the Quality Commission of India. Government of India is already running the Sakhi Nivas under the mission Shakti. These are some of the important points that I thought I should be sharing with you all for September 8th. Yes, and if you did like and find this helpful, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you tomorrow in another most important list. Until then, it's very happy learning.